This would be the next class of finance and accounting subject. In my last class, I have explained you these two problems. This one problem, sorry. Altogether, I'm done with the three problems. On trading, one problem, and balance sheet, one problem. And the other is this: from the following information, prepare the final accounts. Okay. So three problems I have done. If you have any doubts regarding any of these problems, you can message me or WhatsApp me. So I'll be moving on to the next further explanation of the final accounts. Uh, Here, let me explain you this. Adjustments. See, every time what happens, I have shown you trading account, profit and loss account, balance sheet. What I said, trading account consists of all the manufacturing related expenses and incomes. So whatever the manufacturing expenses are there, you're going to dump them in the debit side. That is on the uh, left hand side, whereas all the incomes and gains you're going to dump them manufacturing related on the credit side of trading account. Now coming to profit and loss account, office related expenses and losses you're going to debit side. So now office related expenses and losses you're going to debit keep it in the debit side of profit and loss account, and office related incomes and gains you're going to show it on the credit side of profit and loss account. Now balance sheet, all the liabilities or loans whatever you have taken from the outsiders, you're going to write it on the debit, that is on the left hand side, that is liabilities, and all the assets and short term assets, long term assets, all together you're going to dump them in the asset side of balance sheet, that is on the right hand side. Now certain times as such, it is a going concern concept. Any business is a going concern concept. You are not going to start the business that I am going to close it off within 1 year or 6 months, like that. You don't think negative, isn't it? You think positive, and you going to invest in the business enough amount so that at the end of the year you're going to get, at the end of the business you're going to get some benefits as such. So at the end of the every accounting year, the trader generally prepares the trading and profit and loss account and a balance sheet. While preparing these financial statements, some traders may come across certain problems, like as I said. Now the last year's, now let's say this is November and December. I have explained you this example in my previous class also. November, December salary, rent I have not paid. So what I'll be writing in the next year, it will be 2021, that I am due, isn't it? I have not paid it yet. So they are still payable. I have not paid it yet. So when they are carried forward to the next year, that will become the current liability. It will not be an expenditure. Remember this. When it is been carried forward from one financial year to another financial year, that will become the financial year or calendar year, whatever it is. When the expenditure is been carrying from one accounting year to next accounting year, then it is an current liability. That means you are liable to pay that amount. Suppose November, December month, rent is there, you need to pay it in the January 2 months amount you're due. Even though it's an expenditure, it will be called as a current liability. It will be a liability which is being carried forward more than 1 year. Then it will become a, it will not be an expenditure, it will become a current liability. Remember this. The same manner, if suppose I am paying now in November, it is also known as outstanding expenditure. So that sort of things is called as adjustment. That will be given in the question at the end, as I said, like this. Uh, Adjustment, the closing stock valued at 18,000, like this he will give you as adjustment. Then that things whatever he has given you in the question, that will go twice all the time. Whatever the things or whether it is related to asset or liability, if at all he has given in the adjustment or an expenditure on an income, whatever he has given related to final accounts in the adjustments, that will be definitely affecting twice. One is either in the trading profit and loss, or profit and loss and balance sheet, or trading balance sheet, or trading profit and loss, something like that. Okay. um, the same manner prepaid also. Prepaid expenditure means like mobile and all, we pay in advance for 3 months, 6 months, something like that. Then also suppose I'm paying now of 6 months, like that. So next year 4 months I need now to pay. So it's an advantage for me. So it will be a current asset for me. The asset which will be for a shorter period. Okay. and consider it as an, according to accounts, you have to consider it as an asset for a shorter period. In the same way, the income of the current year is still receivable. I have not received any income that are yet to come to me. So that is also an advantage for me. The income of the next year have been received during the current year. Suppose in next year you have received in advance the income. So that is also an benefit for you. Without these adjustments, the profit figures arrived at or financial position of the concern may not be correct. Yes, obviously, when you are not, when you are using the facility and you are not maintaining a record, then it is a problem. For that reason, these adjustments are taken. The profit will be the profit figures arrived or at the financial position of the concern may not be correct. Yes, as such that these adjustments are to be made while preparing the final accounts. Okay, the adjustments to be made to final accounts will be given under the trial balance. Okay, as I said, at the end of the trial balance, after that, after the complete question, he will give in the below adjustment as decided, and that the adjustments to be made to final accounts will be given under trial balance. While making the adjustments in the final account, the student should remember that every adjustment is to be made in final accounts twice. Remember this. I am telling you also, every adjustment will go twice. Closing stock, as I said in my first practical paper, that is when you have done the problem, first two problem, I have said in that problem only, every adjustment will be going twice, either in the trading and profit and loss account, or profit and loss account and balance sheet, or balance sheet and trading account, something like that. Twice it will go. Okay, now let's check out this. What are the today I'll be discussing all about the adjustments. Okay, in my next class we are going to do problems on this also. The following are some of the important adjustments to be made at the time of preparing final accounts. Closing stock. If closing stock is given in the trial balance, it should be shown only in the balance sheet asset side. Okay, as I done in this problem. Uh, Here he has given in the trial balance. So what I have done, I have taken only in the asset side of balance sheet. Okay, first point is, if the closing stock is given only in the trial balance, it should be shown in the balance sheet asset side. Remember this. If closing stock is given in as an adjustment, like how this problem, okay, like how he has given in the adjustment the closing value valued at 18,000. So what we have to do is, you have to show it on the credit side of trading account. Next, it has to be shown as the asset side of balance sheet. Remember, this is very important. It should be shown as a asset, as a expenditure on the credit side of a trading account, and it should be shown on the asset side of balance sheet. So please note all these adjustments, because these type of questions only, based on this matter only, adjustment matter only, your questions will be asked. I hope I made it clear. Twice it will go. Only if it has given the trial balance, you have to write on the asset side of balance sheet. Whereas if he has given in the adjustment, it should be shown on the credit side of trading account and the asset side of balance sheet. Okay. The next one is outstanding expenditure. Expenditure due. Let me explain you about the stock also. Stock is nothing but the stock that is left over at the end of the year is known as the closing stock. So do keep the notes of writing all these. Okay. Outstanding means due but not paid. Suppose I said example of rent, November, December. I have not paid 2 months rent of 2000 in 2021 of 2022 months. So it is nothing but outstanding. See, if it would have been the same year, then it would have been easily it would have been done. But if it is been carried forward from one year to another year, then it is a problem. So then only in the trial balance it will come. If outstanding expenses given in trial balance, it should be only on the liability side of balance sheet. It should come only on the liability side of balance sheet. Okay. Now, if outstanding expenses given as an adjustment, it should be debited to profit and loss account. Suppose it's wages outstanding, you are going to add it to the trading account. Suppose it's the salaries outstanding, you're going to add it to the profit and loss account. Salaries you need to add the amount that is being adjusted as such. Okay. The same manner with the trading account also. Next, it should be added to the liability side of balance sheet. Yes, first point is, either it should be added on the on the concerned expenses, and debit side of profit and loss or trading account to the concerned expenditure or income. It will be added to the liability side of balance sheet assets. I hope I made it clear. So please go through this, do practice it again and again, learn it again and again, and keep the record of all the finance and accounting subject. I may ask you anytime to show me the video call. I'll call and I'll ask you to show me the notes, yours notes. Okay, so do prepare maintain a complete notes of finance and accounting subject. Then it should be shown on the debit side of trading account, and it should be added to the liability side of balance sheet. Prepaid expenses. Prepaid is nothing but paid in advance. As I said, suppose I have paid in 2021 6 months rent now only in November. If I'm paying now only, then what happens? I'm paying in advance, so it's an advantage to me. So if it is given only in the trial balance, it should be shown on the asset side of balance sheet. If it's been given in the adjustment, it should be deducted from the concerned expenditure. Suppose prepaid salaries or prepaid wages, something like that, you're going to deduct it from the concerned expenditure at the debit side of profit and loss account or trading account. Now lastly, it has to be shown on the asset side of balance sheet. Income earned but not received, outstanding income or accrued income. If income given in trial balance, income earned but not received means you have earned it but you have not received it yet. Okay, like commission earned but not received, or outstanding income or accrued income. That means you have earned it but you have not received it yet. Okay, that things has to be considered as first of all, it should be shown on the asset side of balance sheet. Why? Because you have earned but you have not received, but you are in a stage that you are going to receive it, so it is an advantage to you. Any advantage will lead to an asset, isn't it? So it should be shown on the asset side. Now in outstanding income is given as an adjustment. First, it should be added to the concerned income at the credit side of profit and loss account. Suppose interest on investment is there, or commission is there, or any interest is there, it should be added to these things. Some amount, whatever it is given, you need to add them on the credit side of P&L account, and it should be shown on the asset side of balance sheet because it's an asset. So first of all, you're going to subtract them, then you're going to add them on the asset side of balance sheet. Okay, I hope I made it clear to all of you. Next is income received in advance or unearned income. So income received in advance means over here income is not earned. Here income earned but not received. But here what is happening? You have received in advance. Suppose you have received rent in advance. You need to provide them service. You cannot say that just get out from our home. You don't say that. So it's a liability. You are liable to provide them service. Suppose you have received rent in advance for 6 months, so you are liable to provide them service for another 6 months. He will not leave you at all until and unless he will receive your money. He will not leave. So that's the reason it is called as income earned, but income earned in advance. Okay. So if unearned income given as an adjustment, first it should be deducted from the concerned income on the credit side of profit and loss account. Okay, it should be shown on the credit side of profit and loss account. It should be shown it should be deducted from the concerned income. Okay, income on the credit side of profit and loss account. And next is whenever now you are not due to provide them, you already paid, so you need not to pay them. So subtract it from the expenditure. And rates and secondly, it should be shown on the liability side of balance sheet. Yes, we are liable to provide this service, right? So for that the reason we are going to show it on the liability side. Next is depreciation. Depreciation is nothing but a decrease in the value of the asset. Okay, badly the decrease in the value of the assets will happen. For that reason, depreciation is being first of all, depreciation is nothing but decrease in the value of asset. Suppose let's say you have a company and you maintain a bike, right? So certain times what happen, your door has been peeved by few girls. So for that reason, what he did, he planned to go to school so that he may meet them, or whatever the reason could be. Depreciation is nothing but decrease in the value of asset. Let's say, for example, you have bike and all, right? So that value, suppose you have purchased it last year for 90,000. So now that bike value will not remain same. Now you have used it lot, isn't it? So it may decrease its value to 60,000, something like that, from 90,000. So what happens? 90 minus 60. Uh, 30,000 is just the remaining part that decrease in the value of the asset. The value is remaining now is 60,000 worth of value only, it is remained now. So depreciation is nothing but decrease in the value of asset. Okay. Due to overuse or wear and tear, or family law, something like that, there is a decrease in the value of asset. Okay. So now now, if depreciation is given in the trial balance, it should be shown only on the debit side of profit and loss account. Now, depreciation is given as an adjustment. First, it should be shown on the debit side of profit and loss account, and it should be shown on the from concerned asset in balance sheet asset side. So you're going to deduct it from the concerned asset. Interest, suppose furniture is there, building is there. So those all the expenditures you're going to subtract it. Now what amount you're subtracting, you're going to show it in the profit and loss account, and what amount you're deducting, you're going to show it on the asset side of balance sheet. The next is interest on loan or interest on capital. Suppose you are taking a loan, or suppose you have taken a loan or capital from certain party, then you need to pay interest on that, right? So that is nothing but interest on loan. If interest on loan is given only in the trial balance, it should be shown on the debit side of P&L account. Okay, it should be shown on the debit side of P&L account. If interest on loan or capital is given as adjustment, it should be shown on the debit side of P&L account. Okay, secondly, it should be added to the loan or capital on the liability side of balance sheet. So firstly, it should be shown on the debit side of profit and loss account. Yeah, because you're paying it. Then it should be added to loan, because with capital you need to pay interest also. So you're liable to provide interest, right? So that is the reason it should be shown on the debit side or liability side of balance sheet. So please keep the note of all the subject what I am teaching, the entire subject. Okay. Bad debts and provision for bad debts. First of all, this is a tricky one in out of all the things, because bad debts are nothing but irrecoverable debts. The debts which you cannot recover, either the person the person who has to give you the amount, if he has died or if he has ran away, or certain crisis happened in the market, nobody can pay you the amount. They all are also like on a same sail, shipping in sail, same ship, all are sailing in the same ship, isn't it? So for that reason, bad debts are nothing but irrecoverable debts, okay, that cannot be recovered. So whereas PBD, provision for bad debts, means you will keep certain amount as provision side, your side, because those all are irrecoverable debts, like you cannot recover them. Okay, so provision for bad debts means you keep aside certain amount aside, so that if at any uncertainty come, this sort of people, if they come forward to take back the amount, you can use this provision as well. It's nothing but you keep certain amount separately, so that you're going to use them whenever it is necessary. Okay, so now what you're going to do, if bad debts or PBD is given in the trial balance, it should be shown on the debit side of profit and loss account, because bad debts are losses, and PBD is provision for bad and doubtful debts. If bad debts and PBD given as an adjustment, first of all, if bad debts and PBD are given as an adjustment, okay, first it should be shown on the debit side of profit and loss account. Uh, it should be shown on the debit side of balance sheet. It should be shown deducted from the concerned asset or sundry debtors asset side of the balance sheet. Okay, so this is what is all about bad debt. So what you're going to do, if both of them have been given only the trial balance, it has to be shown only on the debit side of profit and loss account. So if bad debts and provision for bad debt, PBD and PBD is been given in the it should be deducted from the debit side in the asset side of balance sheet. What could be the best example is furniture, building. These all are nothing but the assets. So we are going to subtract this amount from that. Okay. So next one is interest on drawing. Drawings are nothing but you withdraw it for your personal use. So you cannot consider it as an official money or something like that. It's like in drawings means, first of all, these are irrecoverable. Like drawings is first of all the thing, the loan which you take, the loan which you give it to the persons. So what is happening, if you interest on drawings given adjustment, first it should be shown on the credit side of capital, deducted from capital, and then shown on the liability side of balance sheet as well. So drawings are nothing but which you take on the asset, right? So it should be shown on the credit side of profit and loss account. It should be shown on the adjustment, which will be deducted from the which will be deducted later on. Okay, I hope I made it clear. Interest on drawings. Interest on investment. If interest on the investments given in the trial balance, it should be shown on the credit side of profit and loss account, or they should be like given. So if interests are given in adjustments, first it should be shown on the credit side of profit and loss account, and it should be added to the added to the investments on assets still of balance sheet. So I hope I made it clear. Investments means investments, if at all any given in the question and all, you need to consider it as a okay. So this is what it is. Interest on investment means you take interest on investment, it should be shown. It will, if it's given in the adjustment, it should be shown on the asset side of balance sheet. Second, it should be added to the investments asset side of balance sheet. So what I'm going to do, I'll wind up the class here only. In my next class, I'm going to give you more explanation. I hope I made it clear, the explanation part, to all of you. If at all any doubts are there, you just message me or pin me or WhatsApp me. See all of you guys. Bye all of you.